Hello friends! Today let's have a look at this old axe. Well, this is really an exceptional tool. This is the Hults Bruks ARVIKA 5-star racing axe, and this is the original around the year 1962. So it's not the contemporary reissue of Hults Bruks, but this is the original. So here are some historical facts. Around a century ago there was this forge called Arvika in Sweden, and around the year 1960 the Arvika forge was bought by the Hults Bruks forge. And when they bought Arvika, they also bought the Arvika 5-star pattern brand. And here on this axe head from around 1962 they put their HB Hults Bruks logo on it, and they also put in a nice condition the 5-star pattern and the Arvika word on it, on the left cheek of the axe head. And on the right cheek of the axe head they have stamped in the 4.5 pounds number. So, just in order to give you an impression of the size of this Hults Bruks Arvika Tasmanian pattern axe head, how huge it is, for comparison we have here the Hults Bruks felling axe, which is a beast on its own. Notice the different patterns. Tasmanian pattern, here's the Hults Bruks felling axe. Now look at the axe heads. Yeah, both are really two beauties. This is true vintage. Now let's observe the condition of the axe a little bit closer. You will notice there's a little bit of rusty surface on the axe head, but I'm glad to say that is only on the surface. The axe head itself, it has no dings and dongs or even scratches, so I'm very convinced that I can polish and clean it up rather easily and then have a very fine Tasmanian axe. You see, the axe head is attached with this epoxy glue inside here. This was fashionable these days, back in 1960. So the axe head has a weight of 4.5 pounds, and the cutting edge here is about 5.5 inches, nearly 6 inches long. And you also need to know, Hults Bruks delivered the axe in a pre-sharpened condition, so it's not really razor sharp. I can slide my finger over the cutting edge. That's because Hults Bruks expected their customers to sharpen the axe head themselves up to their desired angle, to grind it like the way they wanted it to be. So that's really a professional tool. The hickory handle is a really slim design, especially here in the lower area. You can grip it with very lots of comfort, so it's not less and not more than it needs to be. And this is sign of quality. I can still recognize some of the red painting here and here. There's even a little bit of cobweb and a dead spider in the hole. Well, also some red painting here. And I noticed that the handle is not totally straight. In fact, it's bent a little bit. Maybe the camera can fetch it. See, it's a little bit curved. Maybe the earlier owner had stored it in a way that some other tool was lying on the handle. Don't know. Obviously, the former owner has not used this axe a lot because it has no signs of heavy use. Only this little bit rusty surface. Very exceptional axe. This Hults Bruks ARVIKA 5-star axe with a Tasmanian pattern. Now I'm gonna clean it up. Well. So fellows, in order to clean and polish the ARVIKA axe head, I thought quite some time what might be the right kind of grit to use, and since it's only a little bit rusty surface, I thought it's better not to use a coarse grit but rather a fine one. And so I ended up with this 240 and then 320 grit that I can attach here to the machine. So let's give it a try. boiled linseed oil. So friends, it took me about 1 hour time to clean the egg's head and the hickory handle. It really soaked up the boiled linseed oil. So here it is now. Beautiful. Very fine, heavy racing eggs. So, thanks for watching and have a nice day.